It's Heritage Day on Wednesday, hence the hat and the lacquer braai. And that's exactly what everyone's asking. Will we be able to braai on Wednesday on the public holiday? Well, I really don't want to be the bearer of bad weather news, but we do have a few warnings in place for Wednesday. A level 4 warning for localized flooding and heavy rain likely in KwaZulu-Natal, severe storms over the northern regions, and also a yellow level 2 warning in place for severe storms likely to move over parts of the Free State, the Highveld, as well as Mpumalanga. But I also do know no matter the weather, South Africans will find a way to have fun, spend time together, and have a braai or even a potjie. So let's quickly look at the details so that you can be prepared. Let's slowly look at the synoptic analysis, and we can see we do have a front that's sweeping across the country. Behind it, pushing in colder weather for the Cape provinces as well as the interior of South Africa. An onshore flow still bringing in some light rain for the southern coastline and the Eastern Cape. And then this cold front will couple itself with a trough, therefore stormy conditions expected to move over northeastern South Africa. Light showers still possible along the southern coastline and the Eastern Cape. And then this onshore flow will push in lots of rain for KwaZulu-Natal, and then later becoming stormy over the northern regions, with scattered storms also moving over the Free State, parts of northwest, becoming isolated here over the northern regions, and then into the evening isolated to scattered storms reaching parts of Gauteng as well as Mpumalanga. That's where we've got those warnings in place for the possibility of severe storms leading to localized flooding or even a quick hail downpour. Now, it's even cold enough for light snow to fall on Wednesday over the high mountain peaks of Lesotho, so we definitely know the provinces around Lesotho is going to be quite cold this Wednesday. The cold fronts are sweeping across the country, and behind it we are expecting an icy cold onshore flow to spread along the coast, also an icy southerly wind for the Cape interior, and then that southeaster picking up and blowing fresh to strong from the afternoon along the coast of the Cape provinces and our neighbouring country. So here in the Western Cape, some cloud hanging around at first, and then into the afternoon it's comfortable over the interior. Temperatures still below 20 degrees, but windy along the coast with that southeaster blowing fresh to strong in Cape Town as well as along the west coast. The onshore flow still pushing in the cloud and light showers here and there for the southern coastline, but temperatures are battling to reach 20 degrees, still below 20. Chilly at times with also a icy wind blowing, and maximum temperatures below 20 in the Karoo as well as the Eastern Cape. It's a much colder day. This icy onshore southwesterly wind blowing, bringing cloud and light showers, only reaching 9 degrees in Akua, with the same cold fronts and onshore flow pushing in lots of rain on Wednesday for KwaZulu-Natal. It is going to be a cloudy, cold and rainy day with stormy at times as well, especially over the northern regions. So even though you won't be able to braai outside, I would say this is good weather to spend the time inside with your family and friends and even make a potjie. Now in Mpumalanga, we do have a yellow level 2 warning in place for a few severe storms likely to later reach parts of the Highveld and move over the eastern escarpment. Maximum temperatures only in the lower to mid 20s. But in Limpopo, it's sunny and hot the afternoon. I would say lovely bright conditions, a little bit of a breeze blowing here and there, temperatures around 30 degrees, and then much later a few isolated storms likely to reach the southern regions. In northwest, that band of clouds stretching here over the central regions, and then thunderstorms will slowly move in an eastwards direction later over Klerksdorp, Potchefstroom, as well as parts of Rustenburg. And then that icy southerly wind blowing in parts of the Karoo, only 14 degrees later in Sutherland after an icy cold morning, windy here over the southern regions as well as parts of the Free State. Much colder conditions behind that front in the Free State, with isolated to scattered storms moving over the northeastern parts and that yellow level 2 warning in place, where a few of those storms could likely become severe and result in a hailstorm. Then in Gauteng, we're expecting temperatures in the mid to upper 20s, becoming partly cloudy. If you want to light the fire much earlier, because we are expecting thunderstorms to reach Gauteng from late afternoon into the evening. On Thursday, much colder conditions expected over northeastern South Africa. You can see that steep drop in temperature, only 19 in Johannesburg, with storms also expected over there. And due to high instability values, a few of those storms could also result in hail. So please just be cautious and be on the lookout for any weather warnings. Looking at Friday, partly cloudy conditions and temperatures starting to recover in the northeast, but still windy here in Cape Town, but a much warmer day with 24 degrees. Well, that's all from me. Have a lovely Heritage Day.